Welcome again to the climate responsive architecture videos. Today we are going to see about the unit number 2, part number 1, the solar geometry, and consequently we are going to also see about thermal properties. Sun is the source of energy which provides us daylight and heat, which is the responsible factor for the living beings. The sun is Earth's primary source of energy, where it is going to be composed of about 50% of infrared lights, visible 40% of visible light, and 10% of the ultraviolet light. As we have seen in the earlier chapters, sun is one of the important resources of energy. So today in this chapter, as a technical aspect, we are going to see about the geometry of the sun and how this geometry is going to vary according to the location of each and every space. So now we know in a general term that sun is going to be in the middle, and we have the earth moving around the sun in an elliptical orbit. So this is the elliptical orbit. As we know, it is going to move in the elliptical orbit. We have already seen about the winter solstice and the summer solstice, and also we have seen about the equinox periods. So the dates are varying, like March 21 and September 21 are the equinox dates, and the summer is going to be June, and December is going to be the winter solstice. So when the sun is going to when the earth is going to move around or revolve around this orbit, so it's going to have different kinds of seasons. So all these seasons are also going to affect each and every location. So you can see the clear picture of how it is going to be getting affected because of their angle of incidence in each and every location. So that is going to be a major factor when the earth is moving around the sun. So as we know that intuitively, or maybe in your previous years, or when you are young, you were told that the sun is going to move from east to west. So this is called as the sun path. So generally we know it is from east to west, but technically if you see, there is a lot of variations in the movement of the sun path. So if you are at certain location in northern hemisphere, the sun moves from east to west in certain dates. In certain dates it starts from the northeast corner and tries to set in the northwest, and in certain dates it starts from southeast and ends in southwest. So if you go on the northern hemisphere, little bit above the equator, that is 0 degree is the equator, and if you go travel up or about 8 degrees 9 degrees, when you come to India, the movement of the sun is tilted towards the south. The movement of the sun, or the path of the sun, is tilted towards the south. So we will see all this in detail in terms of spherical projections and other projections, etc. So if you have a clear picture of the sun's angle, you can get a clear picture if it's at 40-degree latitude, or for example if it's somewhere near Russia, so it's 40-degree latitude. So when from the equator it is little far away. So if you see the sun is during the season of June, it is actually rising in northeast, and it tries to set in it sets in the northwest direction. The angle of the sun is a little bit direct in the June season, but if you see in the March, it is little inclined because it starts in the east and then it is little inclined towards the south, and it sets in west. So the sun angle is almost only 50 degrees. So if you see in the winter during your December or January, so it is rising in southeast, and then it sets in southwest corner. The angle of the sun is more inclined, or it is more acute, which is 26 degrees. In the polars, it is having a lot of direct sunshine for about 6 months and etc. So that we can see how the sun's path is varying. So now technically seeing, now this is called as the stereographic projection, where you will be able to see the sun path. So for example, on the previous chart, if you see this chart, so we have got these 3 lines. So imagine you're going to see it from the top corner, that is from the top view. If you see this, so you will have these 3 lines will be seen in the plan. So that is called as the stereographic projection. First of all, we will see the components of the projection, which is also very important. So this first one is the yellow color line, which is highlighted, is called as the azimuth angle. An azimuth angle is an angle which is taken from the north. Okay, from the north, if you go towards 30 degrees, so the azimuth is going to be 30 degrees. That means your sun is actually at 30 degrees or whatever it is. So for example, if your sun is going to be here, So if we just project the angle from here to here, So it's almost like 60, 75, 80 degrees. So you will know the azimuth angle is 80 degrees. So this is the first thing which you have to understand. So the outer circle which is shown here is called as the azimuth angle circle. The second circle is called as the altitude angle, so which is actually depicted in terms of concentric rings. So imagine like a hemisphere. So if you have a globe, so imagine there are a lot of circles drawn in an hemisphere from the top, and if you look at from the top, it will have a certain concentric circles. So every concentric circle is into 1 degrees. So 10 degrees, every concentric circle is into 10 degrees. So 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 and 40 and 50 and 60. When the sun reaches here at the topmost corner at about 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, etc., in certain latitudes, so it will be in 90 degrees, which is also called as the zenith angle. And we have the date lines. So we can understand the date lines. So generally what happens, the date lines start from January. So the sun is going to be in this path in January or December. So from January it goes to this path, February it travels like that. March is going to be the equinox period, so it will travel towards the north, and again April it's going to be here, May it's going to be here, and June it's going to be here. From June onwards it's going to come little bit at the back side. So that's from June, July, August, September, October and November and December. The sun's movement towards the north is called as the Uttarayanam, and the sun's movement towards the bottom is called as the Dakshayanam. So it moves towards the north and moves towards the south also in the northern hemisphere, and of course in the southern hemisphere again the same movement is there, but the path will vary according to the latitude and latitudes. So if you see the next one is called the hour lines in a stereographic drawing. So you can see the hours 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12, and it leads even to evening at 4 p.m., 6 p.m., etc. So these are the hour lines. So when you see if the sun path, if you see at certain locations, it is actually projected here. So at an equator it's almost equal. So from the northern side and the southern side it is almost equal. So during your March, that is on March 21st and September 21st, your sun path is going to be exactly in the middle, and June it is going to be on the northern side, and during December it is going to be on the southern side. So if you go from the equator towards the northern hemisphere, so if you go 20 degrees north, for example at Delhi, so you will be your sun's angle is little bit tilted towards the south. So if you go towards the north, a little more at 40 degrees Celsius, 40 degree north, maybe in Kazakhstan and so on, so it's a little more tilted. And if you go to 60 degree north, maybe in Russia and etc., so it is more tilted towards the southern part. And if you go, it is vice versa in the southern hemisphere. So maybe from the equator, if you go towards the south, like South Africa, and then if you go to Australia, etc., and if you go to Antarctica and etc., the sun's movement is, or the sun's path is more towards the northern side. So basically, to know or to understand it very three-dimensionally, we have taken an Ecotect file, which is going to have a tool called as the solar tool, which can give you a clear picture of the stereographic drawing and also the three-dimensional drawing. So if you see, this is the space in Malaysia. So Malaysia is almost 3.1 degree north, which is almost touching the equator, that is 0 degree north. So if you can see, it is subdivided equally. So if this will be the center line, and this is the sun path which is in June, and this is the sun path which is in January. So if you see a three-dimensional line, almost in the during the March or in the September, it's going to be really hot on the roof section. So that is one thing. And you can see the picture in your elevation also, the sun's path is almost equal. So it will be almost equal. If it's a 0 degree, it will be like straight like this. Okay. So if you see, this is Malaysia, and for our reference, what we have done is we have taken the window and sunshade on the northern facade, imagining there is a building, and this is the northern facade of the building. So we have taken the windows and sunshade on the northern facade of the building. So if you go to the next place, Coimbatore. So from Malaysia, if you travel to the northern part, from the equator we are traveling to the northern part, that is our place in Coimbatore. As you can see, there is a lot of or a little bit of tilt in the sun path. Can you see? So it's a little bit of tilt. The altitude of the sun varies according to the seasons also, and according to the path or according to the months. So again, the tilt is also seen in the stereographic projections, and you can also see the sun path in the three-dimensional part. So it's in 11 degree north. So we saw previously about 3.1 degree north. So you can see this tilt here, and if it's 11 degree north, it's little bit tilted towards the south because it's in the northern hemisphere. And if you go to New Delhi, again it's a little bit on the 28.6 degree north, New Delhi. So again you can see the three-dimensional sun path, so you can understand how the sun path is going to affect the building and what direction it is going to affect the whole building, whether it is going to affect the roof or whether it is going to affect the southern part of the building or the western part of the building, can be understood because of the sun path. So this, again, there is a lot of you can see the tilt, so that you can understand during summers which part of the building will be affected in terms of stereographic drawing and also in a three-dimensional drawing. So if you go to United Kingdom, of course you can see the tilt very highly because it's 51.4 degree north and the longitude is almost 0.0 degree east. So you can see the tilt exactly, like the whole facade will be affected because of the sun's movement rather than the roof. So their main focus will be to whether to protect the south roof or to get more enhanced daylight, etc. in the south and southern portions. So by this charts and by this ecotech drawing, we can really understand how the sun is going to move if you are in the northern hemisphere. So if you are in the southern hemisphere, you have to understand the sun's movement is more towards the north. The sun's movement is more towards the north. Previously we saw the sun's movement or the sun path was more towards the inclined towards the south, whereas if it is on the southern hemisphere, for example Australia, so if it's minus 31.9 degree north or 31 degree 57 minutes of south, so when you go down south, your sun's movement is almost on the northern part of the building. So if you can understand, as we said earlier, so the northern facade is having the windows and sajjas, so the northern facade is getting more exposed and even the roof is getting more exposed to the sun if you are on the southern hemisphere. So the design of the sunshades or the design of the windows or the proposal of the windows will vary according to each and every location of the world if you do a climate responsive design. So if you see, again you get a clear picture of all the sun path drawings for different latitudes. So it's Moscow, it's very inclined here. Mumbai, almost little bit of inclination is there. Sydney is inclined here. Nairobi is almost like 1.3 degrees, which is touching to the equator. Atlanta inclined towards the south. Buenos Aires inclined towards the north. So this gives you a clear picture how the sun path varies according to the latitude. So we are going to see a small calculation or the location of the sun and the altitude and azimuth angle are going to be calculated. So we have a location which is 41 degrees, almost like Russia or something like that. So we have it for 1st April at 9 AM. So we try to understand, first thing is April. So this is the this is the day line, that is 1st April. So this is the day line, 1st April, and we understand the time. So 9 AM is the time, so we draw this time here. So then we are going to plot the sun. So the sun is going to be there at 9 AM at this corner. So we have to understand what is the altitude of the sun and also how much it has moved from the north or whether it is from the east, etc. So we project a line like this. So we understand it is going to touch almost like 115 degrees, so which is the azimuth angle, and it is also it's almost like 115 degrees it is touching here. Like if you calculate from here, it's 105, 110, 115, it's almost touching here. So the azimuth angle is going to be 115, and the altitude, if you see, it's going to be 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees. So if you understand, it is 30 degrees. So 9 AM into 30 degrees and almost 30 degrees. So we understand by intuitively that 9 AM the sun is just rising up from 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So your sun's angle is also a little bit tilted, or the incident sun is also more. So that is the basic understanding which we see physically. So in a stereographic drawing we will be able to understand this very easily by means of plotting the sun. So azimuth angle is 115 degrees and your altitude angle is almost 30 degrees. So this is the way we have to plot the sun. So if there is a question about plotting the sun at or during January or February at 11 AM or something like that, so you'll have to know what are the date lines, first thing, what are the hour lines, etc. Then we have to understand what is azimuth angle by plotting it from the middle of the chart. So we have a very nice ecotech animation for you to show. So if you can see the animation to understand how the sun is going to move annually. So basically it's going to move from front and back, so it moves in the northern direction from January to June, and it's going back from June to January again. So it's the annual sun path now. So the next one is you're going to see the daytime sun path. So it's moving from the east to the west. So you can see a clear picture of it's actually during April. So during the April, how is the sun path at Coimbatore? So Coimbatore, it's almost our place, so that we can understand like how it is moving. So again, from January, what happens, the sun's movement is at the back, so you can understand how what type of shading strategies can be used, or which part of the building is getting affected during January or April. So this is a very clear understanding of the chart of how the sun is actually moving in various locations. So maybe again in June, so if you can see, the June is almost like summer. So if you see in the summer, the northern part of the building is mostly affected. So you can see like the roof is affected, the north side of the roof is very affected because of the sun. So this is the way how you can simulate and see in Ecotech for a better understanding. So now you can see it's a very small residence done by us, and we try to find out how is the shadow range for the whole year, etc. So this is one of the basic things which you can, or fundamental things which you can do it very graphically in a software called Ecotech. Now this is our project which was done by the master degree, done during the master degree course. So you can understand like how the plots, if the plots are going to be there, and if it's designed according to the development control regulations. You can see like on the March 21, so you have the shades here, so you can get better shading from each residence, etc. So you get mutual shading. So these things we can understand by means of the sun path. So we take it as the shading analysis, like how you can try to do some kind of massing, etc., while you want to design a climate responsive building. So during June 21, you can understand 9 o'clock it's almost inclined. The sun is somewhere here, the shading is here. At 4 p.m. it's somewhere here, it is inclined here. September and March it's almost the equal because it's in the equinox period. So you can see the sun's movement is almost from the east to west. And if it's on December, it's almost inclined towards the southeast. So on the sun is in the southeast during 9 a.m. So you get more of shading, and it's more inclined, so you get a larger shading on the roads and larger shading on the other plot areas, etc. And 4 o'clock again you get little lesser shading during the west. So understanding the technical items, so the angle taken from the north towards the clockwise direction is called azimuth. So please I will explain it to you. The direction taken from the north towards clockwise, it's called as the azimuth angle. Again, from the azimuth angle, if you take it on the top, it's called as the altitude angle. So this angle is measured, again we saw it in the previous things, like 30 degrees, and we saw it like 115 degrees, etc. So this is the way. And if the sun is exactly on the top at 90 degree, it is called as the zenith. So if your observer is going to stand here, you will know what where is your altitude and what is your azimuth by means of calculating in stereographic projection. And we have of course orthographic projections, etc., that we can see in the later modules or later chapters. Thank you. The next part is going to be solar radiation. We will see in the next part 2. Thank you.